All right. So what you guys got going on here is justice in your underlying energy. So this is talking about balance, harmony. This is also making amends, settling differences, you know what I'm saying? Leveling the playing field. All right. Now what's underneath here, you have the hangman. So I think there was a period in time where there was a bit of stagnancy, not a lot of growth, not a lot of movement. Well, any moment and every moment is the time of growth. But this period in time, there was a lot of stagnancy to look at a situation from a different perspective. And I feel like this perspective has a lot to do with justice, with, you know, some karmic scale balancing and things like that. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. In the past, well, in your current situation, you have the Six of Cups. So there is a lot of emphasis on the past here, a lot of looking back, a reflection. I do get this feeling that for some of you guys, y'all could be reconnecting with an ex. But that's very free of you, right? But for some of you guys, it could be that there's a lot of remembering, a lot of reminiscing of the past, and times when you guys were the happiest, right? When you guys were feeling, those romantic vibes. Now where you guys want to be, right? Where's the desired outcome? Well, the desired outcome is the High Priestess. And I really feel like you guys perhaps want to, it's very interesting. I'm kind of getting like you guys want to know the answers, or know like something, like you guys want to get some sort of information about something, or perhaps, know the secrets. And the High Priestess could also indicate here that perhaps you guys want to, trust your intuition a lot more, trust yourself, go along with your instincts, dream, kind of live in a very, to be connected to the subconscious mostly. It's kind of good, just go with your gut and run with it. But the thing that's keeping you guys from being able to kind of tap into this High Priestess energy, which I'm going to go ahead and clarify as well, is the Empress, which is card for Taurus. I don't know if some of y'all dating the Taurus or not, but then you have here, this is talking about creativity. This is talking about and there's creating abundance as well, like, but taking care of someone as well. Like there could be someone that you're taking care of, which is why you're probably stressed out right here. Okay. There could be something here that you're stressed out about regarding taking care of somebody. This is because the Empress is a caretaker. She's a mother. She's someone that that nurtures. She's very patient. And I really get this feeling that perhaps the only thing that's keeping you from being able to kind of go along and trust your intuition, or whatever the High Priestess is for you, which I'm going to clarify, like I said, this is Empress energy. Let me go ahead and see what the heck this High Priestess means. What is the High Priestess? Why is the High Priestess in the desired outcome? Why is the High Priestess in the desired outcome? The Devil. Why is the Devil coming up? Y'all tripping me out. Death. You got some major arcana cards that are coming up here. Wow. So, in regards to the whole, your desired outcome, it has to do with, with some sort of trusting your intuition, having faith in yourself, right? Regaining power back by releasing something from the past, releasing something from, releasing some old ways of handling something or situation. So it really has a lot to do with power, right? Taking your power back, but having faith in yourself to do it. But I have a feeling it has to do with some sort of connection, some sort of, maybe perhaps, I don't want to say codependent, because, this taking care of somebody's situation, though, it does look like it's causing a lot of stress. Maybe you're taking care of somebody. Maybe you have some things you have to maintain. But this whole situation is like, being crossed right here, I don't see any TLC, especially not if you're stressed out. Now, your best path to follow is the Knight of Cups. So this is talking about following, like focusing on what you love, focusing on what your heart wants, focusing on what you feel. It's okay to dream here, and that's one of the things that I'm recognizing with the Knight of Cups. It's like, it's definitely 100% okay to dream, and I feel like that's the thing, right? What is your ideal cup? What is your ideal relationship, ideal lover? What is your ideal situation in regards to, happiness, right? And perhaps has a lot to do with, you know, with this cup, with what you feel. But it starts with knowing what you want. But focusing on it will help, you know, will help build that momentum. Here with temperance in your feelings, it talks about you guys having balance and harmony there. So that's great. And perhaps you guys even feel a bit more solid. Maybe not necessarily more solid, but you guys are maintaining yourselves, getting things under control and balancing your own life out right now. Like you're just handling your own business at this point. Okay. But then in your hopes and fears, you have the Tower. So you just like, I think you guys have been maintaining things, you know, waiting on divine timing as well to kind of kickstart things off. And you're just really ready for this change to come through. You're really ready for things to happen. All right. You really want to go ahead and just let it be done. All right. For some of you guys, you just want this foundation to show how unstable it is so you guys can actually go ahead and correct it. Make the foundation, make the happiness that you're looking for. Because right now, this is not necessarily what's, you know, it's not ideal. The Nine of Swords. Okay. So, in your outcome, you guys have the Page of Swords. So this talks about blunt communication, blunt back and forth, things, you know, coming out, you know, speaking the truth. And the High Priestess next to the Page of Swords does talk about, in a way, like some things that were perhaps hidden are now like talking about it, saying something about it, having a conversation about whatever this is, right? Regarding this dynamic in which there's a give and take, because justice can talk about things needing to be corrected, course corrected. And right now there is a lot of caretaking. There's a lot of paying attention and taking care of your partner. Now the Six of Cups can also indicate children here, and you have the Empress card, children coming up, pages. It could be indicating that there's children around and there's not a lot of time for you to have a lot of time to yourself. For those moms out there or parents altogether, moms, dads, whoever, right? There's this parental role that you have, and it's like it's causing you a lot of stress right now. And as much as you want, as much as you love, you know, helping people, I feel like I don't think you get a lot of help. Perhaps you're the only person building this because you are not only taking care of this, building a future, building something stable, or building at least anything because you're taking care of someone else. You're taking care of you too, and you're trying to anyway. For some of you guys, it could be that you guys are taking care of yourselves, but you're kind of comfortable in taking care of yourself. But with the devil and death, it talks about releasing old habits and old behaviors. And the High Priestess is like, there's a certain habit that has to be broken, but you have to recognize it to break it in the first place. I'm not saying that you guys are just trying to just like ignore that portion, because I think it is weighing down on you. It's a lot on you. And I feel like that's the reason why you want this change, is so that way you can be broken free. So you can be receptive, the High Priestess. You can receive the care and the love that you give out. Because perhaps people are just comfortable with just being taken care of. It's like, nope, I need some of that. I need some TLC and loving too. So here you have a change in the wind, which talks about things kind of being in a very awkward and uncertain place. I don't know if y'all are feeling that, like that kind of weird, like, I don't know what the hell's going on energy. And it's primarily because things are about to change. It's because that Tower that you guys have in your hopes and fears potentially is about to happen. Justice ain't no joke. It's course correction. It's Libra. And it's about, getting things right. Straightening things out. So I feel like there is some straightening some stuff out. So having plans and stuff like right now is not necessarily a good idea, which is why you have your best path to follow being the Knight of Cups. Go with how you feel. Just go with how you feel. Don't really settle on anything. Don't make plans. Don't do any of that, right, Virgo? I know you love that, Don't do that right now, especially with the the change in the wind. What you want to do right now is just go with how you feel. Trust yourself and go how you feel. You're doing that now. Because right now things are gonna do some interesting stuff. You don't want to have any plans, no hardcore plans anyway. I mean, I know you guys probably can't help it, but if you can, right? You don't want any hardcore solid plans right now. You just kind of want to go and focus on what you feel in the moment. Very similar to Knight of Wands, but you just got to go what feels good at that moment. And I know it's unlike Virgo season at all, but that's what it's saying. No, focus on what you want to do. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you feel. And it says, show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. And this is, again, another, living in the moment kind of energy. Can I pick up this card? Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a planning on it. Don't plan on it. Just do it, right? Do what makes you feel good in the moment. Don't do what may make you feel good later, right? Take care of you in a way, right? Focus on what you want, because right now it's about breaking away from old habits and old behaviors, and it comes from planning, perhaps thinking too far ahead, perhaps focusing on where you are right now is all you need. Is pretty much where you need to be right now. That's it. That's all where you need to be. Because simple acts of kindness can talk about also doing nice things for other people, taking care of other people. Not necessarily taking care of other people, but doing nice things for other people. Helping people out, doing things that's nice. And I don't think that this is talking about you guys doing, you already do that. But what do you do for yourself? That's what I'm worried about. Because that's what it shows here. It's like the devil, death, high priestess. Why? Because the empress, y'all taking care of people. And not give yourself any love. What do people do for you? What do you do for yourself? I know the Temperance is talking about patience and waiting and divine timing, but you're stressed out. These two don't necessarily work together. The Nine of Swords and the Temperance energy. You wouldn't be getting this if that was, if the Knight, the Knight of Cups. Well, the Knight of Cups is in your best path to follow. So why would that come up if you're not, if you're not balanced already? Yes, I get that you're maintaining your responsibilities. You're really good at multitasking and getting things done. But there is something here that needs to be done, which is taking care of you. That's that missing piece. And two, the Page of Swords could be talking about communicating regarding that, right? Communication regarding this. But altogether, you don't want to plan anything or make anything serious make anything hardcore serious yet. There's change happening. And if you do decide to make any plans, I would highly suggest waiting until after Mars goes retrograde. After Mars goes direct. He's been retrograde for a good month and some change, or probably about a month. But it's time to kind of ease into it. Don't want to rush in. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you feel in the moment.